Good morning, everyone. It's Andrew here. Give me a second here. Let me switch to the slide deck for today, and we will soon begin our coffee with Shion. I have not seen everyone since I think about a month, and here we go. Here we go. Time for this. Time for this, and let's get into the digital marketers toast. All right, everyone, let's get ready for the toast. Magical moment. I have heard it a lot. Many have made sales during this moment. So let's go. Let's go. Digital marketers toast. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, or flasks, and join me now for the digital marketers toast. All right. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheaper CPMs, lower CACs, and higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, to upsells, downsells, cross sells, to winning products and repeat sales, to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also in the email flow. Ready? Let's drink. Honest, honestly, I've been waiting for this moment. My throat was dry. We've been talking. I've been talking. My throat was dry. So, all right, perfect. Let's get into the main topic of today. TikTok again, not TikTok Shop. I know nothing about TikTok Shop. I couldn't access to it. They didn't open up for Canadian to officially access to TikTok Shop USA. So this is about TikTok ad, which I have plenty of experience. Been running it for almost 22, 23, 24, 3.5 years now. So I have pretty good understanding of it. So let's go into TikTok ad. All right. So are you on TikTok? If you're not, you have to be on TikTok. Okay. I know there may be a chance of something happen to it, right? But until that day, until that day, we don't know. It may either go to dark or the light may be on again, right? So we do not know. But as long as TikTok's still around, it's a fantastic place beside Facebook to be on, right? So if you're not on TikTok advertising, you're missing out some extremely profitable place that you can make I would say pretty good money. TikTok is where I start. I did start with Facebook, but they banned the hell out of me, and then I had nowhere else to go. I went to one of Michael's live stream. They talk about TikTok. I said, okay, time for me to give it a shot, and then the rest were history. Uh, it went crazy. Couple $100,000 in sales in just 1 week, and after that, I got invited to be on Coffee with Michael in a couple of live stream. Got invited to work with Cheyenne, be a host at Coffee with Cheyenne. So because of TikTok, that's why I'm lucky enough to be here and sitting to do the live stream with you. So if you're not on TikTok yet, be on TikTok. So and of course you don't have to show your face on TikTok. When I'm saying on TikTok, that means you will be advertising on TikTok for your product, right? Not like go there and record videos of yourself. No, not that type of TikTok. But so if you're already on TikTok, you have everything set up, but you're still not making sales. You maybe wonder why, right? So that's why we get into this. Um, before we get into why you're not making sales, I want to say there are 3 reasons why TikTok is still a very good place. Very, very good place. First, they're very lenient. So if you're on Facebook, you may have problem of suspension. You may have problem of they're very sensitive over there. You may get your account gone within second. But one thing about TikTok ad managers, they're very lenient. They don't have strict rules, and you do not have to have a personal TikTok account to open a business TikTok account. So less likely to be randomly suspended. Easy to create without need for verification, without need for uh, um, personal Facebook account, right? So they're very lenient. Second, abundant. Abundant here is because not too many people, especially shy on seller, not too many of shy on seller are on TikTok ad. So there's not too much competition. So the space there, pretty much you on a very less competitive space. And Charm product actually do not have many sellers over there. Surprisingly, up to this time, um, not too many. I can only name a few big one that I know. That's of course my direct competitors, but other than that, there's not too many, right? And that just simply means there's still so many opportunity over there. And third, it's affordable. We don't have to spend too much money for the reach compared to Facebook. The CPM is much cheaper over there. So the metrics we request from TikTok are much more manageable. I'll get into this metric. So if you confusing what I'm talking about here, I'll get into this very shortly. All right. So I see a very good question. Sergio, which one is easier to master, TikTok or Facebook? So since we're talking about TikTok here, how it's lenient, how it's abundant, how it's affordable, for me, they're both the same because the way TikTok set up, they set up their ad managers pretty much a copy version of Facebook. So there's no one platform is easier to master. But if you master one platform, you can master the other very easily because they're both the same. So if you want to start with TikTok, then you get very good at it and you get lots of sale from it. You can move to Facebook very easily. So it's really like not which one is easier to master, but the answer is if you can master one, you can master the other. No problem. They sell the same. But you have to think about one point. All of these platforms, Facebook, TikTok, all they're asking for is you have a good products and you have a good ad creative for that product. That's all they're asking for. You don't need to know fancy terms like CPM, CBC, CTR, all of that just yet. As long as you have a good product, a good ad creative, like a good image or a good video for it, that's all you need. Because once you have a good product, good videos, good image, they will automatically send it to the right people they purchase, and you will see the effect of this platform right away. So that's where the focus is. Make a good product, right? So very good question, Sergio. I love it. Very good question. Susan, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about here. TikTok ad, uh, extremely lenient, unless you do something very fishy. But I have not heard many cases about TikTok ad managers being randomly suspended. Okay, so yep, that's right. Hey, this is actually a good question. That's why I want to be clear earlier. We're not talking about TikTok Shop right here, and this is exactly what I'm trying to say. Do you mean using TikTok from inside the Shopify store or just posting an ad on TikTok and promote it? Yep. So do not ever post a video on TikTok and promote it. I can guarantee you 1,000% it will be wasting your cash. It'll be wasting all that money. It'll be wasting all that effort. So don't post it on TikTok page and promote it. Never, never. It wastes your money. So what you want to do is open up a TikTok ad manager account, post your video in there. So it'll be a dark post. A dark post is pretty much you'll be only using that post and advertise for it. It's not publicly available on any page, right? And yeah, you'll be installing a Shopify TikTok app, and then open a TikTok ad manager account, and then advertising from there. Yep. So very good question. Love it. I was gonna keep continue with my slide, but the comment are gold. I love it. Doing ad on Facebook can be a nightmare. Always have backup Facebook ad account standby if you want to scam Facebook. Yep, exactly. I love it. Okay, so let's get back to the slideshow. And if you have any comment, yep, throw to the comment section. I can see every comment. So below is the image of my first testing campaign on TikTok. And this number are still pretty much the same now. Whenever I'm testing a new product on TikTok, I'm still getting, if my product is good, I'm still getting pretty much the same number. So the inflation cost on TikTok have not really rised up for the past couple of years I'm on here. Pretty much the same. So total cost, you can see here, I spent $100. The cost per click was $1. The CPM was $7. Really good, really affordable. Even right now too, I'm getting around this range, under $10 CPM. CPM is the cost for TikTok to show your ad to 1,000 people. So average, every 1,000 people, it costs you $7 to show your videos in front of them, right? And because of this very, very optimistic metrics, that's why I can look into this. I can sense this is good. So that's why I was able to scale very, very quickly within just 1 week on TikTok, right? And these are the metrics that I was talking about earlier that I said I will show you. So don't worry, because it was a little bit confusing when I talked about it earlier. So these are the metrics. CPM, if you have during any time, if you have a CPM below $15 on TikTok, that's considered to be acceptable. Mostly for mine, it ranged from $3 to $8. So that's what you see here. Pretty much right now, I'm getting around this number every single campaign, right? So still very cheap. On Facebook right now, I'm paying 10, 15, sometimes 22, and during Christmas time, I paid 30. So it's much higher on Facebook. So, and yeah, anytime you have a CPM below $15, that's good. And some of the newer accounts, if you first open up a new account, you have a new pixels, you tend to have a higher CPM, right? And if you got lucky, it's lower. But if you see it below $15, you're good. CTR, click-through rate. Anytime you have a click-through rate above 0.5%. So this is the click-through rate here, CTR over here. It says 0.68%. And you may wonder, hey Andrew, for Facebook, I need to have a CTR of 1%, 1.5, or 2%. But why is it have a lower bar for TikTok? Here's why. Because now the CPM, so now you'll be able to pay much less to show it to much more people. So because of that reasons, now you show it to many, many people, right? That's why the CTR can be lower. You still get the same amount of people visit your website, but you don't require yourself to have any CTR that is 1%, 2% here. If you have, that's perfect. But the criteria here is anything that above 0.5% are acceptable. Okay, so that's for the CTR. And for the CPC, cost per link click, this number over here, cost per link click. Anytime you get it below $1.5 per click, that's good. So based on those metrics, you'll be able to tell very early that if your ad, if your products are good products, you see it right away. If your product is bad, if your videos are is bad, all of this number will be extremely crazy. Your CPM may be $30, so it costs you almost double than what we lay out here to show it to 1,000 people. Your CTR is like 0.1%. No one want to click on it. Your cost per click may be like $3. It's so expensive for everyone to click on your website because they're not even interested. They don't even have the intention to go to your website and see if they want to buy it. They see it, I don't like it. They pass. So you will see it right away if you have a bad product. Okay. So but this are the benchmark that I really hope you will try to stick to, right? Okay. And there are there are reasons why is there no sale. Must be a reason for it. There's no such thing as, oh, so random, right? But everything has a reason behind it. So that's why we get into this right now. So when you first run TikTok ad, you want to evaluate after a day to 2 days. And this is really depending on your budget. If you have like $50, yep, a day to 2 days. If you have like $100 a day, you can pretty much evaluate that at the 1.5. So the more budget you have, the faster you get the data back. But average, if you can leave it like untouched for 1.5 to 2 days, because sometimes it may have a very rocky start, but then things balance out and get much better after 1.5 day. Okay, so if you can leave it for 1 to 2 days, and then you want to ask yourself, are there any add to cart on your website? Are there any initiate checkouts on your website? And most important, are there any sales? Are people really buying anything on your website? Okay, so you want to ask yourself this question. And I want to emphasize, like, really have a whole whole page just to dedicate this point. Remember, very, very important. The most important thing is getting the sales. That's the most important thing. For myself, having sales and having profit makes all the metrics less significant. Because having sales and making profit is the ultimate goal, right? So all the metrics over here, for me, they only apply when I don't make any sales just yet. But if I make sales, I tend to ignore all of this as long as that sales are profitable. The reason is, who care about all the metrics if I'm making money? As long as TikTok keep giving me money, keep 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 giving me that profit, I don't care about anything else. Only if I make sales and no profit, or I don't make sales, then I really care about this profits, this metric so much, right? Because it's happened so many times. I got some DM in my inbox asking, "Hey Andrew, this is the matches I get. I make a couple of sales, I make some money, but the number is so bad. I just turn it off because I don't think it's good number." That's the huge mistake that I made it before too, because I was too focused on those metrics that I forgot. Okay, if I make sales, if I make profit, everything else really doesn't matter. So I really hope you don't make the same mistake that I make. And I have seen others make the same mistakes as well. So as long as you're making sales, forget about everything else. Okay, sales, forget about everything else. Sell, profit, that's all you need. Okay, so first, if you don't have any add to cart, you want to ask yourself some questions. What happened? What happened to the people that visit my website? I have no add to cart. So just like you went into Walmart, but you just go there, you will walk one big route, you walk out. Walmart have to ask themselves a question: what happening with my store? Are people why most of people visit Walmart and they left? Same thing here. You want to ask yourself, why are people visiting my website but they left? They don't add anything to cart. They don't even pick up a cucumber. They don't even pick up an onion. So what happening here, right? So these are a couple of reasons. First, your selling price is too high. If you walk into a Walmart and the cucumbers sold are selling for $500, no way, no way you'll be taking your cart out and pay for it. So adjusting your pricing, right? And the best pricing is set them at the MSRP that recommended by Xiaoyang. That price point has been tested for over and over and over to be an easiest starting point. And when you make more sales, you can always slowly increasing it. And that's the trick too. Initially, when I make my sales or I make new product, I tend to leave it as a MSRP. Then when I make more sales, it proven to be selling, I tend to raise it up because at that time, Facebook or TikTok or any other places, their AI, their pixels already know who is my customer. So they keep sending me new customer, and then I tend to raise up the price because the cost for advertising when you scaling, when you want to make it bigger, the cost tends to be higher, right? So that's why I raise up my price as well. But initially, stay at the MSRP is a perfect place to start. Second, lots of product reviews. We are shopping online, right? And if you landed on any website that is absolutely zero reviews, of course we will be like, huh, if other people don't even want to buy it, why would I want to buy this? But I want to spend money on this. So lack of product reviews is extremely critical, right? So make sure you have product reviews. Next, we have unconvincing product description. So make sure your description are convincing, clean, and informative. So people will make a good decision. Okay, this is exactly what I want. Okay. Um, Next, we have an attractive or unclear add to cart button. So the add to cart button may be, uh, let's say, if it's white color and the text is white, so you can't even see where the add to cart button is. So you have to make your add to cart button is the most standout button in the entire page. So if so, uh, the proven add to cart color is like green, red, um, oranges, just like Amazon. You can do black as well, and yeah, those if you want to get started, those are the good uh, uh, button color, right? Drinking some water here, and a messy layout. Make sure your website clear, and all of this because your website failed to build trust with all your customer. So the potential customer come in the Walmart store, it's dirty on the floors, it's high pricings, is the cashier is not ready to check out, everything messy, stuff everywhere, water on the floor, right? So put yourself in the customer's shoes. We all the same here. When we go into the place that we can feel this is clean, we can trust this place. People been shopping in here. Everything is neat. The price is right. Then of course we are more willing to add stuff to cart. Same thing with online store. Okay, and of course the very last but not the least important, very important is you have to communicate with the customer what is the shipping time is, what is the return policies is, if what's the shipping cost. So if you offer free shipping, if you offer 30-day exchange, if you offer 15-day return, things like that you want to include on your website, on your landing page. So it's clearly communicate that information to the customer. If you don't, they be very confused, right? Because even myself too, before I purchase something, I want to know that okay, if this is having free shipping, for me, I'm a big fan of free shipping. But for my store, sometimes I charge shipping. It doesn't really change anything. People still buying. So just personally, I like free shipping. But for my store, I have been charged for shipping at 4.95, 6.95, 9.95. People still buying because nowadays people really don't really care about shipping so much if your product is exactly what they're looking for. But yeah, but you have to communicate that clearly with the customer. If you offer free shipping, make sure you set free shipping multiple times on the page so people know, oh, free shipping. When you have pay shipping, I would highly recommend you say uh, on the page you say fast shipping, and then shipping will be calculated at checkout, right? So don't say 4.95, 95, 9.95 at first because it kind of turned down people, right? But just communicate in the way of it's a fast shipping, and shipping will be calculated during checkout, right? And then return policies, exchange policy, those are extremely um, important. Okay, and next, okay, let's pretending we already in Walmart, we add some cucumber, some tomato, some onion into the cart, but then we just decide, okay, I don't want to check out. I add them to cart. I show interest. I show interest in them, but I don't even bother to go to the cashier to check out. What's happening here? So some link are broken here. Something is not right in here, and of course there are other reasons too. Like, it's like okay, maybe sometimes I just don't want it anymore. But majority of the time, if people already adding to cart, they have that intention to buy. Okay, so one of the first reason is customer are not directed to cart page. That's very important. I have tested this before in my store over and over and over. I try to get people when they click add to cart, they go directly to checkout and skip the cart and skip the cart. But it doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. So make sure when people click that add to cart button, they get direct to the cart page or the cart pop up or the cart slide, whichever it is, right? Just don't skip the process. And many times the proceed to checkout button is faulty. Sometimes we cannot control it. Sometimes just the theme issues, but regularly, this is what I do for myself as well. Once a while, I go in, I pretend I am my own customer, and I go through the whole checkout process again, and see if all the buttons are functional. Because it did happen to me once, just once during this 4 years. The proceed to checkout button did not work. I don't know why. I made it something the night before on the theme, but stupid stuff happened, right? So yeah, check that. And lastly, you have people add to cart. People bring that tomato to the checkout, but then there's no sales. So you may want to look into okay, what happening here. It could be a payment gateway issues like the Shopify payments. Maybe you have not connect that properly. The shipping issues. So one thing about Shopify is majority of the time all the product will be automatically adding a shipping profile, the general shipping profile, and all of the products, new, old, will get the same profile, right? But once a while, um, the setup there is messed up. Some product got excluded, and then when people get to checkout, they try to enter their shipping address, and they say, "Oh, we are so sorry, your product does not ship to this location." But clearly, they are in the U.S., your target audience. So this back to the point earlier. Make sure that you pretend yourself as a customer and make sure everything is smooth. Okay. And I have a tip. uh, Many people are using Shopify test mode, but for me, I prefer is this way. I go into a coupon. I create myself a so if a product is $59, I go and create myself a $58 discount. And then when I go through this process, really I pretend myself as the customer. I go to the product page. I scroll up and down. I click the add to cart. I go to the cart page. I input that coupon code. So now all I pay is $1. All I pay is $1. And of course you won't be losing that dollar because it's still flowing back to your bank account. You lose like 30 cents, 35 cents because Shopify said they would take 30 cents plus some percentage per sale. So you'll be losing like 31, 32, 33 cents around that. So you still get back that 70 cents back to your account later on, like a week after, right? So that is my trick. Don't use the test mode because many cases you turn the test mode on and you left the test mode on and the customer cannot check out and now more problem. So do yourself a coupon code. It's much better. And also you're asking too much unnecessary information from customer. So um I disable asking people companies because that's just adding an extra line. Even though it's optional, but it's just adding an extra line in your checkout process that people have to have to think about. So disable that. Don't asking for company. Many time this you could split test. Okay. Many time I have seen people don't even have a address to. So normally address to is for the apartment number, right? So many times other people would just put their apartment number and their address on the same address line. So this you have to split test and see if it's worth it to disable the address too. Okay. And the checkout page failed to build trust with buyers. It failed to build trust with buyers. The reason is your checkout button, your checkout color scheme need to be consistent with the entire theme. I have seen this so many times. You have a green add to cart. You have a red proceed to checkout, and you have the black pay now button on the checkout page. It's no consistency over there. You need to make sure all the buttons on your page on your website are all the same color because the congruency is extremely important. If people feel there's some disconnect during the process, they will leave right away. They will leave right away, right? So that's why you need to have the same color scheme all across the board, same buttons colors all across the board. Okay, so and keep trying, keep testing, um, keep testing because you have to try all the possible factors and eventually you find the answers. You have to just have to keep testing, right? So even though we don't dig deep too much into TikTok, like really TikTok ad, but all the things I just mentioned is extremely important. Even though um you're running Facebook ad or TikTok ad, these are extremely important. And have a good day, have a good week, have a successful week, have a successful Mother's Day season. I really hope to see your success story posted on the group. So bye bye everyone. Enjoy your day and see you next time. Bye bye.